Okay. Hello and welcome to Project Vayner episode 12, my documentation of my journey as a content creator. Today I want to talk about the things that I talked about in the last video. I had 5 new routines that I was going to start with, and I just wanted to share some reflections that have gotten from using those routines now for 1 week. And it's 9:30 p.m. and I'm working tomorrow, so I'm gonna keep this quite short, but I just wanted to get this video out. As they say, done is better than perfect, and if I just push it forward and try to make a better video, I will not finish it. So it's better to just do the best I can with the time I have. So the routines that I talked about in the last video. First of all, I talked about eating the same breakfast every day, which for me is oatmeal and a sandwich. I'm not eating oatmeal with oats, but with wheat. I think it's called semolina. I'm not quite sure about it. Maybe I put the image here so you can see what I mean. But it's a good start for me, and it's effective to eat the same breakfast every day, and it's also a breakfast that I feel that it gives me energy throughout the day, and it's not too heavy also. So now after a week I almost do it on like autopilot, because I'm doing like the same procedure every day. So after a while you don't even have to think about it, you just do it, which is very good just because you save time, but also it's easier not to forget stuff, because you can actually think about what do I need to focus on today, what do I need to pack and bring to work and stuff like that. So instead of concentrating on making the breakfast and you forget other things, try to make those like easy tasks that you do every day, try to make them as simple as possible and just to do them, so you can think about the more important stuff and put the energy there. And number 2 was to read books in the morning. I think it's a good idea, but I noticed that for me it's a little bit hard with the concentration that early in the morning, because I still feel a bit tired because I haven't been out moving and getting the blood pumping, so it's kind of hard to get the concentration, but it's still good, and it's better to read like 1 page or 2 pages instead of not reading at all, because in the long term you pick up a lot of knowledge just doing something every day, no matter how big or small it is. If you wonder why I'm looking down, I have the notes here on the computer, so I'm holding it here at the same time. One thing that I have been thinking about when I'm reading books in the morning like this is to actually visualize and see the situations where you are going to use this knowledge. So if you learn something and you think, when am I going to adapt this thing that I just learned, and then you can see like the situation in front of you, then it's easier to recognize the situation when you get there and actually adapt the things that you just learned. And I think that's really important, and not just like count the pages that you read and try to read a lot of books. It doesn't matter how many books you read if you don't remember what you're reading and actually practicing the things that you learn. And number 3, which was taking a walk after breakfast, that was actually a really good idea, and I've seen big improvements for myself just by walking. And it's kind of funny because I've always been like a guy who has done sports. I've been playing hockey for all my life and playing soccer and going to the gym and stuff like that. So either I've practiced hard and like doing tough workouts, or I haven't done anything at all. So there's never been like something in between. So I actually got surprised that I improve so much in how I feel just by taking a walk. So I've been doing it now every morning, so like 15-20 minutes every morning, just walking in a good tempo, and I already see the difference from the first day to the last day. Maybe everyone knows this, but I didn't knew that, and I definitely going to continue to walk every morning. It's both that I get in better shape, but also I feel that I have better concentration and better energy in the first half of the day also. And then when I listen to podcast at the same time, I like start the day with positive feelings instead of just looking down at my phone and checking the news or the feed, and I see people complaining about stuff, or I see bad news and I get negative thoughts. So it actually makes a big difference to start the day with like the right thoughts and the right mindset. Number 4, self-development every day. That's also really good. And one thing that I've been thinking about a lot this week is how important it is to be productive and not just effective. And that's something I can see on myself if I look back like just a couple of months ago. I can be really effective and I can do more stuff in the same amount of time. But it's important to think about what are the things that are actually making a difference. Try to not just prioritize in your schedule, but actually schedule your prioritizations. So look at the big things that are going to improve long term, and the things that are like connected to the thing that you actually want to develop. And then you put those things in the schedule and you fill your schedule around those things, instead of just looking at the schedule and seeing, oh, this is what I have in the schedule right now. Okay, I'll just start with this one. One thing that I've changed this week, which I'm going to try now for a couple of weeks and see what happens. But before, I just check off things that I've done, no matter what it is. And now I'm going to start to check off things differently. So if it's something that I've done, that I've learned, so I feel that I've actually developed, then I check that off in a different way. I put another letter after it. So I put all of this in an Excel sheet, and then I put X after when it's done. And now the things that I've done, that I've learned something, I put U after, which stand for utveckling or development in English. So then I can see all the cells that has a U in it. Those cells turns orange, and then I can count those cells at the end of the week, and I can see how many things that I've learned this week. And also, when I learn something new, I put that in a separate document. I write how I did it and what I've learned, and then on every Sunday when I look back on the week to reflect and see what I've done and plan for the next week, I can actually see how many things I've learned during the week, and I can check them with myself. Do I still remember the thing that I learned on Monday? And if I don't remember, I can check that other document where I have a description of exactly what I've learned. Then I get an opportunity in the same week to actually repeat the things that I've learned, so I don't forget it. And the last thing was to put my phone away, and that's also a really good thing. I feel that I have gotten a better start in the morning. I'm more concentrated. I get up, I get my breakfast, I'm out walking. I'm not just checking my phone and doing random stuff. I'm actually creating time to recharge and to focus mentally. And I think that's really important to treat your brain like the rest of the body, because when you're working out, you need to rest after that. And I think it's the same thing mentally. If you really concentrating on something and it's something that's important, you need to have time to rest your brain as well. When you have a break or when you're not working, try to have moments where you do nothing, nothing at all. And I don't mean check Facebook or Instagram. like put the phone away, just lie in the bed or taking a walk and don't listen to anything. Like having those moments every day, I think it's good to like recharge. And also I felt that I have gotten better sleep. Instead of being in the bed looking at the phone for an hour and then putting it away and still have a lot of thoughts going around in my head, and then maybe it takes another 30 minutes before I actually fall asleep. If I put the phone away earlier, I can like digest those thoughts, and I can see if it's something that I need to do or remember to the next day. And then when I have like organized those thoughts in my head, I'm ready to go to sleep. And at the same time, I've brushed my teeth and do all that stuff. So I'm falling asleep earlier and faster, and I'm getting a better quality sleep. So that's the 5 routines that I had this week and the reflections of it, and I'm gonna continue to do all those things. Another thing that I've been thinking about this week is to measure the input and not the output. And what I mean by that is to focus on what you're putting in and what you're doing, and not what you're getting, what are the results that you're getting. Because I think that sometimes it doesn't go hand in hand. So maybe you do a lot of things this week and you don't see result from it this week. Maybe you see it the next week or the next month or the next year. So as long as you do things that you believe in and you feel that you are putting in the work and you're doing the effort, just try to find a way to measure that and to track that, so you can continue to do that and the result will come. That's something that I need to remind myself of a lot. So anyway, that's it for today. I need to go to sleep now, and yeah, see you next Sunday.